and sit down.
Good morning, Wisconsin Warrior News. I'm Matthew.
And I'm Jonathan Subsabrani. Today is Tuesday, September 2nd, and a D-Day. Stand for the moment of silence, followed by the pledge to the flag.
Hello everybody, I'm Kevin McKenzie. Now let's get to today's question. A Chicago Tribune article indicated that approximately 10 to 20% of females will never reach this milestone that most girls will do by the time they're 8 years old. What age-old tradition are we talking about? Send those answers into the question corner at methacton.org. Now back to the desk.
From the school nurses, please bring back all the appropriate medical forms, especially the pink form, as soon as possible. This provides us with updated information to give medications as needed. You may give the packet back to your teacher or drop it off in the nurse's office. Students may use the Safe to Say Something app and helpline to report anything that makes them or a friend feel unsafe or uncomfortable. Students can report tips about child abuse, bullying, racial bias, discrimination, threats, self-harm, depression, and other troubling behaviors. All tips are anonymous. Go to safetosaypa.org or call the helpline at 1-844-SAFE-TO-SAY to file a report. You'll notice that teachers will be spending some time in class regarding Character Strong this year. First up to building character will be what are called 2B challenges. The 2B challenges are Session 5 Interested. What you should do to complete this session is introduce yourself to someone you don't know, show interest by asking them a specific question about themselves. Listen closely to follow up with a thoughtful response. Now let's go to a word from that art department.
The first Warriors Performance Group meeting will be this afternoon at 2:30 in the dance studio, C104. All are welcome. The theater company's first meeting will be on Wednesday, September 3rd at 2:30 in the auditorium. This is an informational meeting. All are welcome to come to learn more about the program. There are more opportunities to join besides acting and singing. The fall play this year is Alice in Wonderland. Auditions will be on Thursday, September 4th, immediately after school in the auditorium. Acting auditions will consist of a max of 2 monologues from the script, which you will get to choose. Monologues will be available for you to review ahead of this time at the MHSTC Google Classroom, 7PVV5HD, and on the MHSTC website. You can also find audition Q&As on the Theater GC or outside the dance studio door, C104. The GSA will have their first meeting on Thursday, September 4 after school at 2:30 in room A125. Please email Mr. Light if you cannot make the meeting, but you are interested in joining. There will be a meeting for anyone interested in playing softball this spring on September 9th from 3:30 to 4:15 in room C134. Are you interested in participating on a nationally recognized STEM research team? The MHS Science Fair team is having its first meeting after school for 10 minutes on Tuesday, September 16th in Mr. Helms' room, A213, immediately after school. The field hockey team hosted Quakertown last week in non-league action. While dominating the time of possession, the Warriors would go into the half with a 2-0 lead. They would score 5 more times in the second half. Alex Eels, I think I'm saying that right, was on hand to talk to a player and a coach post-game.
talked about in the beginning of the game, like making this our statement game, especially since it was our home opener, and also just like how we wanted this season to go. Like we want to go far, and we want to do better than we have past seasons and like build from past seasons. So we talked about like making it a statement game, and I feel like we really did that today.
I think they came out a lot ready, a lot more hustle, a lot more intensity. I think it's easier playing on our own turf. Souderton's turf was really thick, almost like grass, so a little bit harder to get the ball moving. I think they're used to this turf and their speed on this turf, so it showed.
We did our press a little different today, where we were just marking, which I think helped a lot, because when we were marking, they were just passing kind of to us, so then that was helping with pressure, and then obviously putting pressure forward and having our front five and the mids all like pressuring up, which helped.
I think we just talked to them about, in practice we did a lot of tipping drills, a lot of shooting drills, because we're there. We're up in our offensive end the whole time. We're just not finishing and putting it in the net, so I think it finally just started to click. And then they kept going. She's always a hard worker. Every year, there's like no stopping her. She just goes. And I think she was starting to break out last year. So I'm excited to see how her senior year goes, but she has no fear.
She's been doing great, especially in the off season. Like we have all our open plays that she's been coming to, and then just like in practices, she's always like pushing the other forwards and obviously the defenders like with her skills. So I think she's doing really well for us this year. I think she'll continue to.
It's exciting. That's what's fun about these games, when you can get all those kids in so that they can start to gain their confidence and move forward. So, yeah.
The Warrior News, that's us, will host a meeting for current members and for students wishing to join on Wednesday, September 3rd from 2:30 to 3 p.m., right here in the television studio. If you're looking to anchor for the Warrior News, then your tryout will be on September 10th here in the television studio from 2:30 to 3 p.m. All class Congress candidates, if you're having a class Congress speech recorded, then report to the television studio between 12:30 and 2:20 today or Thursday. You may report from. No speeches will be recorded after school on Wednesday. Reporting will conclude by 3 p.m. today and on Thursday. Your speeches must be no longer than 60 seconds and must be emailed to Mr. Clark at wclark@mithacton.org, preferably one day in advance of giving your speech. And now to a word from the esports team, who's looking for new members this season.
And the answer was earrings. The winners were Dill, if you could have guessed it, and Outlet. If you want to contribute, submit to the Warrior News email. Thank you.
And from the entire Warrior News team,
It is good to be back.
Like, you know, they're hungry to win and we're hungry to win. And I think the rivalry games are always the most exciting of the season. I feel like it kind of puts a chip on their shoulders. In addition to the rivalry that we have with Boyertown, that specific loss makes it even tougher. The girls have a goal of winning packs again. They all got a taste of that a couple years ago and they want that title again. And then for the last 3 years in a row, we finished 5th in districts. So ultimately, we want to finish a lot higher than that and ideally win. We don't always know the opponent that we're playing, or we can't get a scouting report or film or whatever it is. So we're really walking into the games blind. That MAX tournament prepares us for later in the season.